What's up, everybody? This is your boy, Brother Reggie, right here on Rejoice America Radio, where we play nothing but the best in inspirational music, just the way you like it. And I want to let you know that if you are a parent, and if you have a daughter that's a teenager, I got somebody on the phone right now you will want to listen to, and she's going to tell you about her, a movie that she got coming out, and much, much more right here on the Brother Reggie Show. So let's talk about it right now. Her name is Carmen Wilkerson. She is a film writer, director of a movie entitled Reunion. Last week I told you guys that I was at a Black Film Festival, and she is somebody that I met, real cool friend of mine out of California. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome Miss Carmen Elly Wilkerson.
Thank you very much.
Before we get started, tell the listening audience a little bit about you.
I am a filmmaker, a writer, director, alumnus of the American Film Institute here in Hollywood, and I have been directing and writing for many years. This is a project that's special to my heart. It's a short film called The Reunion that just was at the Charlotte Black Film Festival, and we won the Audience Award for Best Short. Really proud of that, and I'm just doing my best to get it out there and to make sure that young people see it as well as parents of young people.
So this movie was about teenagers who were high school students or on their way to college, correct?
That's correct.
And the women was doing something they shouldn't have been doing. And I'm going to let you tell that part of the story and how you came up with it. But parents, this is a movie that should be spread all over the world because it got something to do with females. And tell them a little bit about the movie.
Sure. Well, the story is about 4 teenage girls the morning after a party, an unsupervised party. And one of the girls got drunk and wakes up to find out that she was sexually assaulted. The girls then debate what to do next. Do they tell their parents? Do they call the police? Do they keep it a secret? Sounds like the answer would be easy, but when you're a young girl in that position, it's not easy at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not a film just for young girls. It's really for young girls and young boys because I think teenagers get in spaces when they're not around their parents and they do things they wouldn't do in front of their parents.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very much a story about the young men in the movie as well as it is about the young girls who ultimately make a decision, and whether you agree with the decision they make in the end, it's a great jumping off spot for discussion.
Okay.
You know, it's definitely a teaching moment.
I saw the movie and I really enjoyed it, and my daughters get to the age now that she's starting to go to parties. She's 15. She's starting to go to parties and be around her girlfriends, and you know, I don't know the type of girls that she hang around. They might be nice in front of us parents, but when they're behind closed doors, it's a whole different thing. So this movie talks about females who have went to a party and one particular female got drunk, or was it all of them?
Well, it's, you know, the thing is with young people, it's really not a good or a bad or a right or a wrong because unfortunately young people are all in an experimental phase, and you can be a really good girl. I mean, the main character in the movie is about to go to college on scholarship. You know, when you hear about girls in college who this has happened to, they're all very good students. I mean, it's not as though this happens only to stupid people, you know. As I said, unfortunately, young people experiment with alcohol. It's one of those things that, you know, you can pretend it doesn't happen, but it's happening everywhere. Obviously, one of the messages that I am delivering is that, you know, kids shouldn't drink, but if you're going to drink, you know, and you do have to see the movie to get this theme, but, you know, I am saying in the movie that if you do drink, please have a friend there, have someone have your back so that you are not left alone, you know, to the vices of of whoever, of whoever. So.
I know that what you said was it happens in college. So have you done research to find out the study of how many teenage women are been in this situation that's not in college?
Well, I haven't done official scientific research or anything, but I've lived this experience. The story is based on personal experience. I was a teenager in a room the night after a party trying to figure out what to do. After the screening in Charlotte last Saturday, I had 3 women in the lobby come up to me and say, "Yep, this happened to me too."
Wow.
So you just have to be a female, and so many females have said, unfortunately, they've had, a lot of experience with this. So you just have to kind of be a female to know how many times, something like this occurs. And it's one of those subjects people do not talk about. Nobody wants to talk about sexual assault. It's not a popular subject. So when it does happen, usually the first your first impulse is to keep it a secret. Most young girls are afraid of their mamas, or their grandmamas and what they're going to say, because obviously I think it is a wrong thing to get drunk. But, in all honesty, even if that is what happens, you still should not be sexually assaulted. A boy should know that you are, not giving consent. This is not permission to take advantage. So there's wrong on both sides, and I most definitely think that young girls just need to have each other's back. It's kind of like drinking and driving. There's so much publicity out there about don't drink and drive, have a designated driver.
Right.
And most people go to parties, and there's usually one person they say, okay, you're going to be the driver. I know when I go out with my friends now, that's what we do. One person has to drive. So it's like that. I think if young people are going to be at parties and you want to have fun, one person needs not to be drinking and needs to be watching everybody's back. Make sure they know where their girlfriends are at all times. It's really the best way to do things.
Also, for the men that's listening right now, or parents, if you have a young child, male that's a teenager, you might want to have him to see this movie too, because if a young man takes advantage of a female that's intoxicated, don't know what's going on, it can affect him for the rest of his life, and he can end up in prison for doing something like that too. And a lot of young men don't know. They probably say, well, she was drunk and she came on to me and stuff like that, which could have happened. But still, you can't take advantage of a woman.
Absolutely. I mean, men these days are bearing the brunt of some of the responsibility towards this, and increasingly young men are being prosecuted if they get themselves into this situation. I mean, it's so serious that the President of the United States, President Obama, has come out and told universities, you need to deal with this. You need to figure out how to keep girls safe and how to prosecute someone who has done this. In fact, I think I just heard on the news yesterday or today that, a professional football player, or maybe it was a college player, for 2 years, they knew about this and they kept it under wraps because obviously he was eligible to play for their school, and that, a lot of times is something that would trump justice. But yes, I think parents should most definitely tell their sons that if you see someone drunk, it's better to not touch them than to, try to explain that, your side, because it can get you into a lot of legal trouble, which could affect your future, and there's so many young people out there that this has affected. I would hate, for someone to believe that they're in the right, in this situation. I mean, the truth is that if someone is drunk, they cannot give consent, period.
Right.
I think a lot of boys think, oh, well, she was tipsy and she told me, yeah. But by the hand of the law, if she's tipsy, she cannot give permission, period.
Right.
So if that's a young male's argument, he's going to lose.
Right. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm speaking with film director, writer, Carmen Elly Wilkerson. out of Los Angeles, California. So tell everybody what's going on tomorrow, Saturday, in LA.
Yes. Okay. The film will be showing at it's called Sisters Are Doing It For Themselves Film Festival. It's a film festival for black females. It is put on by the Black Hollywood Education Resource Center. And it is Saturday, April 16th at 7 o'clock p.m. at Raleigh Studios, which is 5300 Melrose Avenue, right across the street from Paramount Pictures. And it is $20 for the festival for the evening, and that will include 5 short films, and a reception afterwards. You can meet the filmmakers.
Cool. I know that's going to be an awesome event. I wish I can be there to see it.
It's also sponsored by Black and Sexy TV.
Black and what?
Black and Sexy TV. I'm not even exactly sure what that is.
Okay.
But the Black Hollywood Education and Resource Center has combined with them.
Okay. So
I think you might have some coverage.
I think that this movie or film that you wrote and directed should be somewhere in the school systems. I don't know if they allow that in schools or it can be seen in schools, but I think there should be some type of way where people all over the world can get this message, where you are able to bring the movie in their area and show it to the teenagers.
I completely agree. I've been working on that a bit. Have had some resistance, because the school system, they're conservative, and a lot of times they don't exactly know how to educate on this particular subject. So I'm working on that, and if anyone out there has any suggestions on how I can get it into the school system, please, you're free to contact me. My website is www.thereunionshortfilm.com.
Okay.
And I'd love anybody who, even if it's not a school, if it's an organization and they would like a screening with a Q&A afterwards, I am more than open for that as well. Education is key. Awareness is key. That's why I did the film, because I didn't want this to happen to any more teenagers. I think that if it's education happening and awareness happening at the high school level, I don't think it will be happening so much in colleges, because right now, according to all the statistics out there, it is considered an epidemic. Hillary Clinton just deemed it that. President Obama just deemed it that. It is something that everyone feels as though needs to be addressed in a very, concentrated and sensitive way.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen that's listening right now, if there's a way y'all can come up with an idea how this story, the movie Reunion, can be spreaded around the United States or in your city or state, just go visit the website and contact Miss Wilkerson, and y'all make it happen, because I know for sure that this needs to be out to our young females before they get to the college level, so they can prepare themselves for the college level, just in case they really...
Females and males.
Well,
but
yeah.
I'd also like to say that I'm in the process right now of writing the feature film version of this movie, and cross my fingers, say some prayers that I really like it to be shot in 2016, and maybe by this time next year it'll be out at the theaters. In the feature, I am highlighting the guys as much as I am the female. So it'll be a well-rounded story.
So whatever happened to the guy in the movie?
Well, you have to see the movie.
Oh, okay.
I can't tell you the ending.
All right. Okay.
I also want to put in a plug for one of my actresses, Lex Scott Harris, who plays the villain in the movie, just starred as Toni Braxton in Unbreak My Heart.
Okay, cool.
And she was also just casted in the TV version of Training Day. Remember that movie with Denzel Washington? She won an Academy Award for it?
Yes.
They're doing a TV version, and she got casted in it. So we have some really good actors. It's a really compelling story that will be sure to have lots of discussion afterwards. See, I hate to discuss those things, Reggie, about the ending, because then if people see it, then they're going to know the ending.
Right. So let me ask you another question. These four women that's playing this part in this movie, did they know each other or they just met on the set?
No, we casted. I had a amazing casting director here in LA, Erica Goings, and they met. Two of them were actual teenagers, and two of them were like 22 or something like that. So no, we just rehearsed, and we did our best to bring the authenticity to the moment, and because it is one of those movies that takes place like in real time. It's not like over a month or anything. It's the morning after.
Right.
It's the morning after. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am speaking with film director, film writer out of LA, Carmen Elly Wilkerson. And the movie is entitled Reunion, and make sure you reach out to her. She's on social media. She's all over the internet, social media, doing her thing, trying to take this movie to another level. And also, if you are in California on Saturday at 7 o'clock p.m., you need to be at Raleigh Studios. Bring your teenage daughter to come to Raleigh Studios, and so you can see the movie. So once again, Ms. Wilkerson, tell everybody how they can contact you, the website, your social media, all that information.
Well, we're on Facebook as The Reunion Short. You have to say short film, because there's so many movies named The Reunion. And then on Twitter, we are at The Reunion Short, SHORT, Short. So between that, the website, www.thereunionshortfilm, or Twitter, or Facebook, we have a page. You can go on, you can see photos of some of our film festival appearances. You can see the actors who have been in it. And, also on Facebook, it's called The Reunion, a film by Carmen Elly Wilkerson. Once again, there's so many films named The Reunion that I did have to put that, my name on it so that people would differentiate it from the other films called The Reunion. So please check us out. I would love to hear from anyone, and I'd also love to meet you on Saturday.
All righty. So thank you so much, Ms. Carmen Wilkerson, for letting me interview you and speaking with you and letting the listening audience know about your movie. And we praying that there is somebody who will reach out to you to help you or give you some ideas how you can get this message out to the young women and the men, because it's something that the teenagers need to hear or see. Just like bullying, because they're doing it now with bullying.
It's something that teenagers need to see. It's also something that parents need to see too, because I think parents have to help educate their kids. They can't always depend on the education system, but I think there's something that everyone can get out of it.
All righty. Once again, I want to say thank you so much.
Thank you. I really appreciate the time to discuss this subject in my movie, and it was a pleasure meeting you at the festival last week, and just keep doing the good work you're doing.
That was film director and writer Carmen Elly Wilkerson out of LA, California. Make sure you go visit the website right now by logging on to www.thereunionshortfilm.com. This your boy, Brother Reggie, and let's continue with some more great inspirational music just the way you like it. Right here on the #1 inspirational station on the internet, that is Rejoice America Radio.